Are you good? Okay, then we're good. No, it's just me. Fuck you. I'm a winner.
The regular season
Check it again.
championship.
Record.
Thank you.
What the? What the fuck, Brent?
Sorry. Restart real quick.
No.
I just got back.
No. Alright, we're still going.
We're not gonna harp on that.
We're still going.
We're not gonna harp
Alright,
on that.
well, Irish, first off, congrats on the regular season championship. What was it
Appreciate
like
it.
having to battle your teammate B13 for the title tonight?
To be honest, I had no idea that I was even, battling for it. I figured Spartan, with all his 35 wins, was gonna pull away with it, especially after last week. But hey, we're here. Just shout out to all my LTM guys and all the affiliates that we have racing with us every week. We'll pull these playoff points to the Final Four later on in the season.
And speaking of that, the playoffs with next week, we start with Phoenix and then the Glen and Chicagoland. How do you feel about those three tracks being in the first round?
3 W's right there.
Like that sign of confidence. But with that being said, Irish, of those who did make the playoffs, as it is pretty much official at this point based on finishing order, the last two spots held by iTrip and GS. But from those already in, do you see anyone else besides you, B13, and Spartan being contender threats this season?
Honestly, this season's been kind of dominated by us three. I don't know if Impact's still running full time or not, but I see him challenging up there to get in the Final Four. Also, got to throw it to Linecone, man. As long as he's not lagging, he's up front. So we'll see who can get it done.
Alright, well, Irish, before I let you go here, celebrate the championship and then prepare for the playoffs next Saturday night, do you have any special shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, just to the ALTM. We're fighting hard. We all a lot of us sped there, but we're all
Noobs.
laughing about it.
Noobs.
Brent, you blew your engine in qualifying. I don't want to hear it.
Good roast. Good roast. Good chiss.
We're all vibing, man. It's shaping up. We're gonna make a strong run in the playoffs for these owner points as well. So looking forward to it.
Alright, well, Irish, congrats once again on the regular season title. Well deserved. I wish you the best of luck going into Phoenix next week.
Thank you.
No problem. And with that, Bren will interview our winner tonight.
Man, Spartan, you're starting to get used to this. We're starting to form a good bond as we have talked to one another back to back. Man, 2 wins in a row, Spartan. 4 wins on the season, and we're now heading to the playoffs. These are much needed playoff points, as if I'm not mistaken, you are going to be tied with Irish on the most playoff points. So, getting this win tonight, what was your strategy in the last few laps? Was it hold the bottom, block whatever run comes? Because you had a lot of guys in must-win situations right behind you.
It was just pretty much I was just seeing what Park did, and I knew he was running behind me, and he didn't make the move until the last lap, and at that point I didn't feel confident in blocking because I didn't want to lose a whole bunch of positions in case I was wrong. And I really got to credit my win to Trip because he saved that. Because if he wasn't there and he stayed high, I definitely would not have finished in the top 5. Credit to Trip for helping me me out for that win.
Yeah, definitely. But Spartan, I mean, in terms of one of the hottest drivers, you've been the hottest drivers heading in this series, I think, the last few weeks. So heading into the playoffs, what is your mindset going forward as you're going to enter the playoffs with the most momentum and the most playoff points?
The momentum feels really good right now. We got some good tracks coming up that I enjoy a lot. Um, Irish is a very strong competitor, so I feel like we're going to be battling pretty hard throughout the playoffs. Just excited to see what happens and see where we go.
Yeah, I'm hoping to hear from you more, man. Good luck. Hopefully we hear from you next week. Any special shoutouts?
Well, one to Irish for the regular season championship. Congratulations to him. He definitely deserves it. He's been running well all season. And the Cobra, he sent me a message before the race started.
Cobra again?
He asked me
You guys
if I
again?
was racing, and I said yeah, and he sent me a gif of Victory Lane. He said, you know where I'll be sitting. So he called that before the race even
Autograph?
started. So yeah, another autograph for him. I'll even give him a
Man,
checkered
he
flag.
is wrapping up
Yeah, I'll
autographs,
give him a
right?
checkered flag
Like,
for this one. So Yep.
are you ever gonna keep one?
maybe one day. Maybe if we win a
The
championship.
championship one.
Yep.
Yeah, the championship one if you get one. Well, overall, it's been fun watching you guys duel at Dega. Congrats on the victory again, Spartan. Good luck to you in the playoffs.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right. That's gonna do it for us. We're gonna wrap it up with the results here, Hendrik. I'll do the top 10, and we continue on from there. So our top 10 at Dega, it was a great race. Minimal cautions, really great racing all around. So Spartan gets his 4th win on the season. Tripp locks himself into the playoffs with a 2nd place finish. Good run by him. Leppy, heartbreak, finishing top 3. I predicted a top 3 finish, but that is heartbreaking for him as he finishes 3rd and outside the playoffs. 4th is going to be Line Cone, another good finish for the 8 car, so that gives him momentum heading into the playoffs. GS Racing with a top 5 locks himself into the playoffs. 6th place is going to be Perk. Him and Leppy both needed wins, and they're going to miss out just outside the top 5 for Perk in 6th. Do Prime running for fun finishes 7th. And then we have a surprise. A little bit of surprise. We saw him at the end there, made a mistake, but first top 10 of the season, I think, for Mr. Mets fan. So congrats on the top 10, Mets. Alright. Yep, of course, Mets. We always like to see you finish well. 9th is going to be Master Killer. So Master Killer finishing 9th is out in the playoffs, sadly. So Dallas, so he does not make the playoffs but had a good run tonight. It's just not enough as he did not get a lot of stage points. 10th is going to be Dallas, my plan B.
In 11th, Dodge Dakota in the playoffs, won his first stage of the season. Solid night for the 9. Hopefully he can keep that momentum going into the playoff opener next week. Impact finishing in 12th, got in with 2 wins this season. Looking for number 3 next Saturday night. B13, the runner-up in the regular season points, finishing 1 spot ahead of the regular season champion, that is Irish. Teammates looking very strong going into next week. K-Therms in the 38, top 5 in points, finishing 15th. K-Therms will hope to get his first win of the season and potentially lock himself into the next round next week. Ironman in the 54 in 16th, able to finish on the lead lap after some issues early on. Cowboy Tech in the 44, he had a good car, had the fastest lap, but wasn't there at the end. He got 17th. Georgia Dog in the 18, getting in. P18, ironically enough. But Georgia is in the playoffs already, so not much there for him to lose. And then rounding out the top 20, Fenris, who won a stage, the opening stage of the race, had an incident in the closing laps, and that cost
It
him
was pit
a
road.
playoff
Did not get
opportunity.
it.
Fenris 19th, and then Trevi in the 36th, rounding out the top 20.
21st is the Rogue, one of the new drivers who had the same situation. He wrecked entering pit road. Then we have Toaster, who we saw maybe sneak his way inside the top 10 throughout the race. He finishes 22nd. Steel Carrot in the 21 is the last car on the lead lap. He finishes 23rd. Midnight and Woods finished 24th and 25th. So Hendrik, let's finish it off together. Tonight, what did you think? Dega, regular season finale, what did you think overall?
I think it was as expected, chaotic. The points was going to be the factor to watch, and as we expected, it was going to be a close battle.
Yes.
But again, I think we saw some of those guys who had done very well this season shine, like Spartan, like
Mhm.
Limecone. But shout out to those bubble
Impact at
guys
times.
for giving it a good effort. Again, we talked about a lot of them tonight with iTrip, with Leffy,
Mm-hmm.
GS, Perk,
Fenris,
Master Killer, Fenris,
Mets,
yeah, Mets,
Mets as
Dallas.
well.
Yeah, good efforts. But at the end of the day, iTrip and GS did just enough to make it in. Can't wait to see what these 12 playoff guys do next week.
Yeah, for sure. Tomorrow night is gonna be the NXT series at Mid Ohio. You guys won't want to miss it. And next week for the playoffs, Hendrik, it's gonna be an interesting track. Phoenix, Xfinity. I am gonna be implored to watch it. I'm gonna let you end it out for your stream, as that's gonna end out for both of us.
All right. Well, that will do it for tonight's regular season finale. Again, next week, playoff opener at Phoenix. But tomorrow, ODRL NXT, they will continue
Yep.
their regular season stretch. They're in the second half of the season now, as we will be at Mid Ohio for our first road course event of the season. And then Monday, I will be on the call as well for the premier race at Auto Club, as Camo will be racing in that event. So that will be good to see. But for now, I'm going to go on ahead. We'll close this one out. I appreciate y'all for sticking around about over an hour and a half. I'm Regular Show 48. I'm signing this one out. Thanking all of you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.
Yeet, yeet, yeet. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, like you said, I'm gonna be also there on Monday. Woo.
Are you